Hey, hello, it's me again. It is November 13th. I have to go into town for a doctor's appointment, so I didn't get to start on the floor this morning, but I wanted to show you what I did yesterday and show you a different tool that I'm using. What I'm doing is putting in the gravel base, and what the gravel does is really gives you a level, flat surface, some breathe underneath it, but also if you only want a 6-inch pour, you put in gravel to make up the gap for the 6-inch pour. It's going to cover up the majority of the plumbing, the parts that lay flat against the ground, and I'll be bringing it up to where I'll have room for the 6 inches of pour and 1 inch of foam insulation that's going to go underneath. I'm also using another borrowed tool. I'm done with the mixer, but now I'm using a mechanical compactor, which really makes things easy. And I'll tell you a little bit about the process because I was doing this one myself, and I really rather work smart than work hard. Okay, so here's the floor, and you can see I've sort of got a head start on packing in gravel everywhere. I'm using a post packer to get around in the corner to pack that gravel in snugly. And I'm slowly bringing it up around the trench. You notice I'm not standing so far down anymore. My ceiling's getting lower as I work. The tools that are really coming in handy, first of all, is an iron rake, just for pulling the gravel around. It's sweet. I have a metal shovel around here somewhere, but I can't find it. This is the mechanical compactor that I borrowed. It beats the heck out of using the hand stamper one here. I could be here a long time with that. I use that around the edges where I can't run too close with the mechanical. But that's the mechanical compactor. It's a vibrating plate. And once it gets going, you just put it around and you can see it leaves smushed, packed, tight gravel in its wake. My process for doing this was I would fill the bucket of the tractor with gravel, bring it in, and pull it and scoop it into the wheelbarrow. I had a ramp here of gravel that I built a ramp, dumping gravel in straight so I could roll that wheelbarrow down and start filling in the back and whatnot. And once I got most everything done, I've been pulling down the ramp to spread it out to get a sense of how much more gravel I need. Now, I have a very small tractor. 1 bucket load equals 4 wheelbarrows full. And that was kind of handy. But the nice thing is, once I got that going, I never had to use a shovel to pick up the gravel. I was just holding it up high enough, using a hoe, a rake, or the scoop that you can see back by the gas can. I was dragging that and letting it fall into the wheelbarrow, and then gravity helped me roll the wheelbarrow and dump it where I needed it. Things went quickly. Only challenge I had was the first start on the compactor. It was cold, and I put a touch of starting fluid on the compactor, and then it just purred. It warmed right up, and it purred. As I said, I'm going to the doctor's office when I get back. Change clothes, get back to it. My goal is, if not tonight, by noon tomorrow, to have the concrete done, the foam down, the plastic down, the foam down, and the wire fit in place. Now the foam and the wire is going to have to be cut to fit around the plumbing. And no big deal. It's just a little bit more work. But the hard part is once I finish the gravel, I have to scree it, that is drag it to make sure it is flat. And it's where I want it to be. Friends coming over this evening, and I think we can make very quick work of it between the two of us in a 2x4. Just dragging that 2x4, the two of us between us, and that will get all of this down. So it is going to leave me a uniform 6-inch pour across the entire floor. The other thing I should point out, especially when I start tossing gravel, following the manufacturer's instructions. I used duct tape to seal the top of the trench drain to keep gravel from falling into it, and later on to keep concrete from getting into the trench drain proper, especially when the trench drain is going to be at the floor level. There will be concrete on top of that stuff while they drag their scree across it, and I didn't want to get concrete in there. I also sealed up the working hole, the pipe hole on the top of the sump, and then I threw some up there because I'm a lucky guy and I probably would have gotten concrete down the discharge pipe, and I didn't need that. These guys are so high, I really can't fathom how they would get concrete in. So far so good. Wanted to share that with you. Mechanical compactor, wonderful if you can borrow, probably not a bad idea to rent. There you go. Dogs are barking at something. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.